Hi, friends, it's me, Miss Wendy. Welcome to Up and Atom. This week, I thought it'd be fun to trade the lab coat for my flight suit. Yes, Miss Wendy has been to space camp twice. Lots of fun to be had. I'm a NASA junkie if you haven't caught on yet. So, I thought it would be fun this week to kind of give a salute to my NASA scientists and all the work they do with satellites. Now, satellites are an important feature for scientists and we've been talking about clouds and tornadoes and other weather related things. And where did that information come from? It would be satellites. So, have you ever been outside and you look up to the sky and you think, I just saw a light go across the sky? What could it be? It's amazing to think, right? Could it be a meteor? Could it be, a shooting star? An airplane? No, that was probably a satellite. In fact, some clues that we have are that the light probably was not twinkling and the line was probably going straight in a steady line. A satellite is anything that orbits another object. So let's think about that a second. There's different types of satellites. People made and natural. Natural ones would be ones like the moon. And if you think about it, it is a satellite. It goes around something else, right? The Earth. So I'm also thinking that you probably didn't think of the moon as a satellite, but you're probably thinking more of the people made things that help us in different ways on Earth. So, did you know that satellites have been around for over 60 years? Yeah, even older than Miss Wendy. The first one, the Sputnik, was launched in 1957. Can you guess how big it was? Was it as big as a softball? Nope, afraid not. But not much bigger. In fact, it was slightly larger than a basketball. So you're probably wondering, well, something that small, yeah, okay. But you know what's really amazing? Uh, I have to tell you all about one that's really big up there. And can you guess? The size of it is the size of a football or a soccer field. And it has at least 6 astronauts living on it at one time. And they stay about 6 months to a year, and they conduct experiments on this special satellite. Do you know what that satellite is? Have you figured it out yet? I think I gave you lots of clues. Yes, it's the International Space Station. And the International Space Station is doing lots of work for scientists, conducting several science experiments on board to get ready for the next big venture, which is to get people into living on Mars or making a stop. It might be a one-stop trip, right? So, anyways, let's get back to satellites. So, you're probably thinking, how many satellites are up and at 'em? Boom, boom. That was the pun intended. Well, I'm glad you asked. There's about 2,000. And you're probably thinking, why are there so many? Well, satellites have important jobs to do, including taking pictures of different landforms, ice forms, so that they can study the Earth and any changes that might drastically be happening. They also do weather forecasting. So meteorologists would use the satellites for different information to be sent to them. But some things that you might find that are really important with satellites are maybe you want to watch a sporting event and it's across the other side of the world. Well, guess what? That information could get beamed up to the satellite in a computer code and then brought right back down to your television so you can watch the sporting event. What about your telephone? Well, guess what? Your cell phone that you're listening to or checking out to see your Google Maps to find your location from here to there? Well, with satellites, it makes it possible. They can find your exact location and help you get to your next destination. I am so excited to keep on talking all about all these things, but let's take a second to look at some different types. The Suomi NPP is a weather monitoring satellite, and it has 5 instruments that observe Earth and measure environmental factors. The Aqua is a satellite used to study the water cycle, and its instruments measure evaporation from oceans and water vapor from the atmosphere and clouds. The Cloud satellite obviously measures all the incoming and outgoing energy of the clouds. The Terra is a school bus-sized satellite that has 5 instruments to study the Earth's atmosphere and oceans, life, and radiant energy. The Calypso is how clouds and particles in the air affect the Earth's weather and climate. Here are some selections that I found at the Manlius Library that you might like to sign out soon. Mighty mission machines from rockets to rovers. This is rocket science. Working in space. Space, a visual encyclopedia. Space explorers. As well as surviving in space. And look, there's that International Space Station. We talked about that earlier. Becoming an astronaut. Almost Astronauts, 13 women who dared to dream. The Space Adventurer's Guide, your passport to the coolest thing to see and do in the universe. And another final title, What is NASA? All these books are at your fingertips at the Manlius Library. Stop on in soon or call and place a hold for your curbside pickup. So all those satellites had a little something in common. They all had a computer, probably some solar panels for some electricity, and all sorts of scientific tools. So my challenge to you this week, instead of an experiment, I want you to look around your home and I want you to be thinking about parts to a satellite and design your own satellite. Think carefully. You're going to need probably some sort of a base. So, okay, I'm thinking my cereal box just might do the trick. Some sort of different apparatus like your different scientific pieces. Or maybe this might be part of like the solar panels on the outside. The sky's the limit. Some foil, maybe a can. You're the designer. You think about all the features that a satellite needs to have. And I'd love for you to connect with me. Send a picture or just drop me a note. Have a grown-up drop me a note via email at wcarterelli@manliuslibrary.org. So, and if not, we'll catch up sometime. You can give me a phone call or, draw me a picture, take a picture, mail it to me at the Manlius Library. I'd love to see what you came up with. Just remember, there's so many things to discover in science in the world around you. You just got to get up and at 'em. Don't go away. If you need my address for my email, here it is. Go ahead and stop the video and jot it down. I'd love to hear about how your challenge came out. And also, we had some friends ask what the Globe Observer was. Remember, that's the app that you can download to your device, and you can be a citizen scientist. You and your family can use this to make observations about clouds in your area and help the NASA scientists know if their satellites are working properly. Meteorologists and scientists will be very happy to have satellites that are reporting the accurate information. So help out today.